this presentation is about evolution of CPU processing. In March of 1971, the commercial launch of a new semiconductor product set the stage of this new era, composed of a then incredible 2300 transistors. The Intel 4004 Central Processing Unit or CPU was released, initially created as a custom solution to the Japanese company Busicom Corporation for use in the Basicom 141-PF calculator. It was released later that year to the general public with prophetic irony. The marketing material for the chip touted the slogan announcing a new era in integrated electronics. Instructions are elementary operations such as math commands that a CPU executes. Every computer program ever made, from web browser to apps to video games, is composed of a million of these instructions. The 4004 was capable of executing between 46,250 to 92,500 instructions per second. For comparison, ENIAC, the first electronic computer built just 25 years earlier, could only execute 5,000 instructions per second. Intel Core i9-7980XE. This CPU is capable of performing over 80 billion instructions per second, a 900-time increase in processing power. How CPU stores data? Binary bit. In digital electronics, everything is represented by the binary bit. It's an elemental representation of two states. A bit can represent a 0 or 1, true or false, up or down, on or off, or any other by-state value. In a CPU, a bit is physically transmitted as voltage level. Byte. A byte can represent 256 different states and can be used to represent numbers. In the case of a byte, any numbers between 0 and 255 can be expressed, but in CPU, how we choose to represent data is completely malleable. Words are expressed in their bit capacity. A 32-bit word contains 32 bits. A 64-bit word contains 64 bits, and so on. When processors are created, the native word size it operates on forms the core of its architecture. The original Intel 4004 processor operated on a 4-bit word. This means data moving through the CPU transits in chunks of 4 bits at a time. Modern CPUs are typically 64-bit. However, 32-bit processors are still quite common. By making use of larger word size, we can represent more discrete states and consequently larger number. A 32-bit word example can represent up to 4.2 billion different states. All the forms data can take inside of a CPU, the most important one is that of an instruction. Instructions are unique bits of data that are decoded and executed by the CPU as operation. An example of a common instruction would be to add two words values together or move a word of data from one location in memory to another location. Instruction set. The entire list of instructions a CPU supports. Assembly language. Its instruction binary representation. Its machine code is typically assigned a human-readable presentation. If we look at the instruction set of most CPUs, they all tend to focus around performing math or logical operation on data, testing conditions, or moving it from one location to another in memory. For all intents and purposes, we can think of a CPU as an instruction processing machine. They operate by looping through three basic steps: fetch, decode, execute. As CPU designs evolve, these three steps become dramatically more complicated and technologies are implemented that extend this core model of operation. Mechanics of basic CPU operation. Classic reduced instruction set computer or RISC pipeline. This paradigm formed the basis for the first CPU designs such as Intel 4004. In the fetch phase, the CPU loads the instruction it will be executing into itself. A CPU can be thought as of existing in an information bubble. It pulls instruction and data from outside of itself, performs operation within its own internal environment, and then returns data back. Random access memory or RAM. This data is typically stored in memory external of the CPU. Software instruction and data are loaded into RAM from more permanent source such as hard drives and flash memory. Data's address. When a CPU loads a word of data, it does it by requesting the contents of a location in RAM. Bus. The mechanism by which data moves back and forth to RAM. A bus can be thought of as multiple lane highway between the CPU and RAM is which each bit of data has its own lane. In practice, this data and address line are physical electrical connection between the CPU and RAM and often look exactly like a superhighway on a circuit board. When a CPU makes request for RAM access, a memory control region of the CPU loads the address bus with the memory word address it wishes access. Register is a high-speed internal memory word that is used as a notepad by CPU operation. Program counter. Once a word of memory is read into the CPU, the register that stores the address of that word is incremented. On the next fetch, it retrieves the next instruction in sequence. Accessing data from RAM is typically the bottleneck of a CPU's operation. This is due to the need to interface with components physically distant from CPU. On older CPUs, this doesn't present much of a problem. But as they get faster, the latency of memory access becomes a critical issue. Once an instruction is fetched, the decode phase begins. In classic RISC architecture, one word of memory forms a complete instruction. Complex Instruction Set Computer Architecture (CISC) is a computer in which single instruction can be executed several low-level operations such as a load from memory, MRAN arithmetic operation, and a memory store, or are capable of multi-step operation or addressing modes within single instruction. Bit fields. When an instruction is decoded, the word is broken down into parts, opcode and operand. Opcode is a single instruction that can be executed by the CPU. In machine language, it is binary or hexadecimal values such as B6 loaded into the instruction register. The opcode is the MOV instruction. The other parts are called the operands. Opcode is a unique series of bits that represent a specific within the CPU. Opcode generally instruct the CPU to move data to a register, move data between a register and memory, perform math or logic function on a register, and branching. Branching occurs when an instruction causes a change in the program counter's address. In a CPU, these three phases of operation loop continuously, working its way through the instruction of the computer program loaded in memory. Gluing this looping machine together is a clock. Clock is a repeating pulse used to synchronize a CPU internal mechanics and its interface with external components. CPU clock rate is measured by the number of pulses per second or hertz. The throughput of a CPU, the amount of instruction that can be executed a second, determines how fast it is. By increasing the clock rate, we can make a processor go through its stage faster. However, as we get faster, we encounter a new problem. The period between clock cycles has to allow or enough time for every possible instruction combination to execute. If a new clock pulse happens before an instruction cycle completes, the result becomes unpredictable and the program fails. Furthermore, increasing clock rates as the side effect of increasing power